And welcome back to Soul Calibur 2 Weapon Master Mode. The first area we cleared proved not to be a challenge, but that's neither here nor there as we deal with Chapter 2, Thuban. The journey begins. If you're in search of Soul Edge, you should head east. Past the land of Thuban lies the free city of Benitnash. Benitnash. With its never-ending flow of people, perhaps you can gather information there. Following Edgar's advice, you set towards the east. You did not know if you really find information about Soul Edge in Benitnash or not, but it was better than wandering aimlessly. You turned to look back just once. You win this time, said Leon after the battle. But I'll catch up to you soon. Tomorrow I'm going to take the test again. Oh, and I've heard you're searching for the Soul Edge. If that's the case, then we'll surely meet again. It seems we're rivals with the same goal. I'm looking forward to our next encounter. You faced forward again and began to walk. Your journey had begun. To the ferry. You found your path blocked by the great Thuban River. Following the river in search of a place to cross, you soon came upon a ferry boat crossing. You immediately headed for the pier, but it appears to have been abandoned for some time, and there was no one else around. Fortunately, there was still a boat remaining, but as you prepared to launch it into the water, a human figure appeared before you. He claimed ownership of the boat and demanded that you give him all the money you had in exchange for the right to cross. He was obviously a bandit preying on travelers in the area. You sighed and drew your weapon. If you hit him a few times, odds are you just give up and run away.
Versus Voldo.
Really?
Entrust your noble soul in your sword.
20 hits and survive a round.
Final battle. Fight! Time's up.
You technically just have to spam.
Versus Voldo. Watched over by the Almighty Ones, they unleash their fury. Final battle. Fight! Time's up.
And now, class up! Iron Neophyte.
Versus Voldo. A hero desires a sword. Final battle. Fight!
There we go.
Time's up.
Well, at least I'm level 2, but still, that's a pain in the ass. Village of Ark. The village of Ark. After crossing the Thuban River and heading east, you came upon a small village. Judging from the fishing nets hanging hanging dry in the sun, this was a fisherman's village. A commotion in the village square piqued your interest, so you headed over to take a look. There you found the young people of the village engaged in a test of strength. They fought one-on-one with a wooden scaffold. Champion eventually emerged, but just when you thought the hubbub would subside, the crowd's excitement grew. You looked around to find the source of the commotion, only to realize that you were the cause. The villagers had learned that you were from Regulus. They pushed you up on the scaffolding without giving you a chance to speak. You found yourself facing the young champion. You didn't notice when you were down on the ground, but up on the scaffold. The wind was strong. It threatened to blow you off the moment of platform at any given moment. So therefore, you have to defeat this enemy despite all this.
Versus Yun Sung. The Almighty Ones have granted you a sword to cut your own path. Final battle. Fight!
Oh, shit! Ring out even though he's like, oh, hey! Fall.
Versus Yun Sung. Fate conspired to... Final battle. Fight!
There we go. Bronze neophyte. So I got my class up. And now we go to Minkar Mine. Navigate through the enemy-infested dungeon and defeat the boss. Having defeated the hero of the village, you expected to be torn apart by the crowd, but instead they seemed genuinely impressed. Even the young men you defeated praised your rigorous trained fighting skills. You quickly made friends with the straightforward, honest villagers. But it seemed they had a problem. The mine upstream was poisoning the river and killing the fish. They were planning to send people to speak with the miners, but the miners were a violent group. And the river people had no choice but to prepare for the possibility of a fight. Having come to like these people, you soon find yourself agreeing to help them. As expected, the negotiations did not go well. Miners immobilized the villagers with poison and forced them out of the mines. Due to poison, however, they couldn't even make it back to their village. Fortunately, it seemed you had not drunk very much of the poison. You infiltrated inside the mine. You needed to get the antidote to save the villagers, even if you had to take it by force.
The Almighty Ones have granted you a sword to cut your own path.
I like this concept that this game uses. It's like, oh hey, you're going to go into a random dungeon? This is what you're gonna do. This one is pretty much straightforward, but there are going to be others that are not going to be as straightforward as this one.
Final battle. Fight.
This is pretty much straightforward.
Versus Yoshimitsu.
Santetsuki.
The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword. Final battle.
Tails.
Fight.
Cut that shit out, Yoshimitsu. God damn. Ooh! You know, that was nice. I just ran up on him. Shut him down with an arrow. And a new feature has been unlocked. And we've unlocked Yoshimitsu. So now we have Bit Nash. So, pretty much in the next part, we're going to Bennett Nash. So stay tuned. More of Weapon Master Mode right after this.